Hey everybody, how's it going? John here with the Could Scroll Soft Portrait Design and Woodworks. How's it going, everybody, tonight? I'll wait. I'll let you all answer before I continue. So make it quick. Hey, Connie. I want to say a quick hey to everybody out there. Mr. Nealon from Niantic Woodworking, Niantic River Woodcrafting, sorry. Herb from Herb Scrolling Station, Kevin Hawthorne, Penelope, Witchy Poo, Art with Connie, Connie from Art with Connie, Connie from Art with Connie. There you go. Makes more sense. Connie says she's doing good, but she hurt her knee today.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
You don't want to know where my mind just went, Connie, because you know how I think. I'm not even going to
Hope,
ask.
hope you get feeling better.
Sorry to hear that, Miss Connie.
I got a story going through my head about two brothers named Bob and Neil. You don't want to hear about them either. But anyway,
Right, Connie?
I
Right.
digress. So, welcome to Joe's Wood Show, where almost everything goes. Hey, Mr. Meadows, how's it going today?
And
So,
then some.
Grandpa,
you guys have been missing out on a lot of woodwork if you've been watching lately. So go back and watch those replays and hit hashtag replay, and you'll enter to win something that I come up with, maybe. Hey, look, my neighbor's working.
Ooh,
hey, look,
look, somebody reached in.
I just won
Yeah,
5 pounds of sawdust.
yeah. So my
Man
nightbot's working.
glitter.
So if you type in sawdust, it'll drop down your drop down your channel link if you're on YouTube. Hopefully it works. I'm not sure. We'll see. And if you type in weather
It
and your
should.
postal code or weather and your zip code, it should work as well. So I wonder if yeah, because I don't have it set up on my other one. That's why.
I know,
But,
we'll mess with that later.
thanks everybody for joining, subbing, and all my members out there.
Woo-hoo.
And hey, Michael, how's it going? Michael from Down Under.
Hallelujah.
How's it going, mate?
Hello, Michael.
Um, so let's
Hello.
say hey to you've heard everybody on the panel. So let's say hey to everybody on the panel. Let's start off with Mr. Herb Hooper.
Hey, Herb.
How are y'all this evening?
Fantabulous. How's your Wednesday going?
I'm trying to wake up.
What? You already had 3 patterns done before, like I even woke up this morning. What are you talking about?
Well, I ate a chicken fried steak, a big deal of mashed potatoes, and some green beans, and I passed right out.
Where's my plate? What the heck?
You got to ask Stormy. She ate it.
All right, all right. I guess I'll live this time.
You know, the fur animals get first choice.
All right. All
Not
right.
sorry.
Sounds delicious, though.
You didn't miss nothing exciting. Hello,
Hi,
Jeff.
hi, Jeff. Jeff's in the house.
Hey,
Everybody
Jeff.
say hey to Jeff. Say hey to Jeff. And go watch his channel and go like and subscribe to his Dutch Food Shack. Don't know how long it's gonna be around for though.
Why?
And who else is here? Who else is here? All
I
right,
don't know.
just making all the
Oh,
noise in
our
the background.
That's
favorite
me.
cook.
Me. I'm here.
What are
I'm
you
here.
doing? What are you doing, Jess? It says I'm listening to
Um,
woodworking.
no, we are making cheesecake. We're
Cheese,
doing a black forest cheesecake and an original cheesecake. Yeah, we got some cheesecakes happening.
Black
I
Forest
just went
cheesecake.
And
into
You're using
yeah,
in your curies.
no, actually, I'm not.
So
Only
don't use Black
because
Forest. Fake Black Forest.
uh,
It's like
it
it's
is
like
baked.
it's like brown forest cake.
No, just because it doesn't have
whatever.
the cherry liqueur in it doesn't mean it's not black forest cheesecake. It just doesn't have the cherry liqueur.
Oh,
Hey, Penelope.
are you
Hey,
putting
Jeff.
shaved chocolate on it?
Duh. Yeah.
Okay.
So we've got Oreos. We've got the chocolate that I'm actually using to make it super chocolatey is an 85% cocoa. So it's going to be super rich.
Oh, cacao. Cocoa.
Cocoa. Cocoa.
Jeff says, I won't bother you guys tonight. Enjoy. See ya.
What, Jeff?
Take
Why
Where are
care,
you
not?
going?
Jeff.
What the heck?
No, Jeff. Come on,
What
shout out
else you
Jeff.
got?
I told everybody to
What
go
else
like
do you have
subscribe
to
to the
do?
page. He's gonna go look at cars.
Like, what else does he really
Cause?
have to do tonight?
Yeah,
You want to see his cause?
Whatever. Whatever.
we want to see your cars.
So yeah, that's what we're
Uh,
doing tonight. We're doing a couple of cheesesteaks.
Connie's also here, but she's muted herself and she's off camera now, so she'll be back in a minute. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it.
Should
I'm
be RB.
sure.
We're gonna time her though. 1 minute, and then she's off panel. Oh, she does
Oh,
Give
BRB.
her give her
ever.
2 minutes.
She does BRB.
So we have some cream cheese
I
Why don't
said
you
we
just buy
got
it
some
by
green cheese.
Why don't you just buy it by the gallon?
because we don't sell it by the gallon here.
Really?
Jessica buys it by the gross.
Yeah, you should buy it. It's you know what? You know what? You know what? Um, if you talk to a bakery like at a grocery store, I'm sure they'll sell
Hmm.
you a tub of it for like
But it's
whatever
got
they
to be the
want.
Philadelphia though.
Cream cheese is cream cheese. They make cheesecake all the time in the stores.
No, got to
Cream
be
cheese is not cream
Philadelphia.
cheese. No, not when it comes to
Got to have
cheesecake. It has to be Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Creamed
Yeah.
cheese.
No, that is the only thing that I will not like go generic on is the cream cheese. Just because if you go with like the new fish, whatever it's called, the fake cream cheese, it tastes like fake cream cheese. You
Fake
need
cream
the
cheese.
zest in the Philadelphia.
Is it vegan?
Probably not. I
No,
don't know. I
no,
ain't
no,
baking,
no,
and I'm not
no, no,
eating
no.
it.
No, fake cream cheese. Is that vegan?
Oh no, it's just fake.
Oh,
It doesn't taste the same. So if you're doing cheesecake, you have to go with the Philly.
oh, of course. Okay. I'm gonna be working on Witchy Poo sign tonight. I gotta go grab it over there. But before I do that, I have to go back.
Yay!
I have to go back inside for a minute, so I'll be right back.
Beautiful.
A minute or two.
Barb will hold it down. Yes.
All
Okay.
right.
Time on you. Get timed.
I'm holding it down.
Okay. 8:27.
Mm.
So what the heck? Jeff's leaving us tonight.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna
Like,
take a month off.
you've been working hard though.
Yeah, I've been playing hard.
How many patterns have you put out in the last week?
God,
Oh, we got somebody else coming up. Oh, there's my Annie coming up on stage. What is
shit.
up, Buttercup? Yeah, you got like a lot of
Not
patterns
much.
this week.
I think I put up 10, but I may be
Well,
wrong.
you had 6 in one day. I know that for sure. When me, you, and Joe were hanging out, you were up to like 6. Hey, Liz.
Hello, Liz. Hello, Annie.
Some people have a cold in my
Hey,
house,
everybody in
so the
chat.
air
Hello.
conditioner is like up to 77, and it is flipping hot.
Well, all I can say was
Yeah.
they better grab my big blanket if they in my house.
Oh my God, I'm melting. Um, hey, nobody asked you to holler. Don't holler like that, okay? Use your inside voice, please. Please, inside. Thank you. Miss Penelope, actually, I'm kind of trying to start a home baking business, and actually, these cheesecakes are for one of my patients that ordered them from me. So I'm kind of excited. Usually, it's been I don't know about an order a week so far from outside. So kind of excited to get the ball rolling on the baking business. So yeah,
Well,
they have a party on Saturday.
ooh, if I lived closer, I'd be your official taste tester.
So currently, I'm doing two 10-inch cheesecakes. The one is the Black Forest. It has the Oreo crust. It's going to have the chocolate cream cheese center. And then I'm going to now I did buy canned cherries just for timing because it's going to take about an hour and a half for each cheesecake to cook tonight. um, and then cool down in the oven, blah, blah, blah. So I did cut a few corners. I would prefer to make my own cherry sauce, but I'm going to alter the canned cherries. Oh my gosh. But then it gets the cherries in the center, and then cute little dollops of whipped cream, which is going to be homemade whipped cream. So cute little dollops of whipped cream around the edge, and then maraschino cherries on each one of those. And then the original cheesecake is just going to be that. It's going to be just cheesecake.
Well, we insist on pictures when you get them done.
Oh, absolutely. And to be honest, I actually undercharged on both of them. I charged 25 for the original and 30 for the Black Forest, which I think I could have gotten 30 and 40. But
I don't think I've ever
oh
had
well.
Black Forest cheesecake, but I love Black Forest cake.
Yeah, Black Forest cheesecake is it's decadent. It's divine. I love it. I love it. I love it. So yeah,
Mine's
we're
got
doing.
cherries
Actually,
on
that's
it.
the one we're doing first.
Get a good
And you
cheesecake
don't have. You
on
can.
here.
So we actually have a place called the Cheesecake Factory. I don't know how many states it's actually in, but they're
We got
selling
one
their
here
cheesecakes
too.
at roughly $63 for a 10-inch
Uh-huh.
cheesecake. Yeah. So I'm a
I think
little
we have one here
underpriced,
in,
but
I think my son told me it was in Charleston. I've never been there. I've seen it on Big Bang Theory, though.
Well,
yes,
when you
yes.
walk in the door,
Hey,
you
Larry.
better get ready to take out a mortgage.
Yeah, even
Hi,
even
Connie.
their lunch menu is quite expensive. It's not anywhere cheap to eat. Now their cheesecake's delicious. Would I pay $10 a slice for it? No,
Mm.
it's not that good. It's
I
good,
don't think
but
any cheesecake that's unless it's got gold leaf on it or something, or it's going to make me
oh,
rich.
the only thing that's going to make you rich is you. Oh,
Yeah,
excuse
that's
me.
okay. My
Somebody's in the basement.
spirituality
Hold on.
is so rich, I don't need money.
No, absolutely. Heck no. Money don't buy anything. Nada.
Oh,
Well, it buys my ingredients
Or
for the cakes.
it buys more trouble for you.
do
Mm-hmm.
you do do you do shipping?
Yes, I do. I've actually I've shipped to Bonnie here in Branson. I've shipped to Tennessee and I've shipped to Oklahoma, all with good results. And the stuff that I shipped was actually chocolate covered homemade marshmallows. Oh, gotta mute myself over here.
Because I see a white chocolate cheesecake in my future.
Absolutely. And the thing is I can actually get dry ice. That way I can ship it nice and cold and frozen.
Man, my sugar just jumped up 100 points just
Hey,
thinking about
Joe,
that.
long time no talk.
Hey.
Oh, is that the lovely Joe?
What's
Hmm?
up?
What?
I said,
Joe
is
is
that
in
the
the house. Joe is in the house. Joe is in the house.
Yeah, I
and,
am.
and how are you
Joe
this
is in
evening?
the
I'm
I
good.
gotta
How
mute.
are you?
Did you eat,
Yes, I did. I ate a little bit.
Joe?
Okay,
Okay,
what is our little bit?
okay.
I'm not
I
gonna
had,
buy that one. What did we graze on?
I
we
know what we
grazed
have to do.
on roasted potatoes, carrots, and cottage cheese. We had
Oh,
eggs.
okay.
Sounds good to me.
I'm, yep, I'm very proud of you. Thank you. Thank you for taking care of you.
I was getting, I hadn't ate yet, so I had to get something before I came here.
But then
Because
I'm pretty sure if me and you were
I
still
knew
up
if
at the
I
1 o'clock
came,
morning.
yeah, because I knew if I came here without eating, it'd be 2, 3 o'clock, and then I'm gonna be like, nah, just screw it.
Well, no, I have a feeling you and I will be up tonight until at least 1, so I need you to be ready to eat about 1:30,
What?
because I know you won't eat until you get up tomorrow.
Yeah, I already ate today. I'm good.
But you're eating more than once a day. Yeah, you.
No, I'm not.
I only eat once a day.
Not healthy.
Nope.
It's just the way I am.
Yeah, the
I've never
most,
been
most,
I do like
yeah.
breakfast for dinner, but I don't like breakfast for breakfast.
No,
In the
I usually
morning, a piece
don't
of
eat
toast with my
breakfast. I
coffee, and
don't
I'm
eat
good.
lunch. Yeah, I don't eat breakfast, lunch. I'll eat dinner. Sometimes in the evenings I'll get a bowl of cereal.
And generally,
You know,
because we eat dinner
late
at
night.
3 p.m., we don't do lunch.
Yeah.
Although,
You,
here lately, staying up late with you all, I have been eating something about midnight.
That's my whole point, Amy, is because I know that JoJo has been up almost all day, and one meal is
Uh huh.
not enough.
oh yeah, it is. It's funny.
Ah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Don't start. Pick on you later.
You've seen me. You know I'm not starving.
Oh, not the point. Thank you, Joey.
Joe, you
Yes,
sound like me.
exactly. Right? Thank you. Right? Tell her.
I keep
Tell her.
telling Bill. Bill say stuff like that to me, and I tell him that I can live off one butt cheek for a month.
Yeah. And when I go down
Cannibals
to
gonna
see
love me.
family, and
Oh
when
man,
I
the
go down
zombies are
to
gonna love me.
see,
They're gonna go looking like, look, Thanksgiving.
Oh my God. Come on.
and when I go
God.
see
You
family,
two.
like
What the hell?
when I like, go to see Eric, he wants to feed you like 4 times a day, and I said that's not me. I can't stay there for long because I'll come back weighing a lot more than I
Yeah.
already did.
Oh no, just the amount of the Kentucky Fried Chicken that he got. I'm like, how many people are we feeding?
Yeah, he
He
likes
had
to feed
everything.
people.
Oh, now I could
Yeah, he
prefer
Oh
loves
no,
to
he had
feed people.
KFC.
everything. Everything.
Oh yeah,
So good. It was very nice of him.
I was very disappointed.
yeah.
We had KFC Monday or Tuesday. It was one or the other. They no longer have green beans.
Huh?
I was
Did
like,
we
For
what
have
do you
real?
green
mean you don't
beans?
have green beans?
Didn't we
You've
have green
always had
beans
green beans.
there?
Like, no, we don't have green. They have corn,
Yeah, I think we
coleslaw, and
did.
mashed potatoes and gravy. That's it. That's all their sides now.
I think we had
I was
corn
like,
and
well, that
green beans.
sucks.
I believe we did. Yeah,
We used to have corn
and
on the
coleslaw,
cob and green beans, but
Yeah,
they
because
don't have corn on the
and
cob
and
had
baked
anymore either.
beans.
we had Eric got everything, one of each, or at
Oh my
least
gosh,
two.
yeah, yeah,
They used
coleslaw.
that's what
He
they used to
got
have here, but
enough.
not anymore.
He got enough to feed like 12 people,
Mm-hmm.
and there was what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There were 6 of us.
Yeah,
Because it
because we
was
had the
me.
corn, the green
There you
beans,
go.
the mashed potatoes, the coleslaw, the baked beans,
Macaroni and
biscuits,
cheese
macaroni and cheese.
and chicken
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah, they do have macaroni
and
and
yeah.
cheese.
and biscuits.
Oh, I love their
yeah,
biscuits.
y'all making
I
me
don't like their
hungry
biscuits.
again.
Well,
Yeah, I
look
mean,
forward to your appetizer.
he
Don't like their
doesn't.
biscuits.
My brother goes all out. He wants everybody to be happy, and I was like, oh my god.
No, I gained about 15 pounds looking at the food on the counter,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, his counter was just cram packed full of food.
and that doesn't include the Krispy
Plus,
Kremes that we had for
yeah, I
breakfast.
was gonna say plus, just like 2 hours before we all had Krispy Kreme donuts.
Damn.
Oh
You
God,
know,
Krispy
and I
Kreme.
never get those. So when he bought those, like, yeah, I'm taking a couple of them. Yep. Not supposed to have them, but you know what? I'll take an extra shot if need be.
Well, I'll tell you what.
We'll
I'll
make
bet you
up
them
for it.
damn ostriches gonna get my last chili donut.
Yeah, he got Dad the jelly filled, and I was like, ugh, those are gross. But yeah,
No, I went for
we
the
all had
barbarian cream.
donuts. Because we had donuts, and then we ate. Or we had donuts, and then we were going through some yarns that I was giving you.
Yep.
You brought some of that in. Then we ate, and then we went four wheeling.
Oh, that was so fun. I still got to show everybody our four-wheeler ride.
Yeah, and then we came back in for a while, visited a little bit, and then we got ready to go. 'Cause,
Yeah, Dad was ready to go since like 10.
yeah, I don't know. I don't. He's so demanding. It's like we're on vacation. What is the hurry? Just relax.
I still think we should have went swimming.
Yeah,
He
next
would have
time
been
we
he would
will.
have been so mad. He would have been so pissed.
Yeah, 'cause he was
I can't
wanting us
believe
to
he.
get ready to go at 5:30 in the morning, and
I know. I could not believe he was trying to wake you up at 5. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, we just went to bed. Like, why are you
exactly.
waking up? Like,
And
come
he's like, "Hey,
on.
we're ready to go." And I about said, I was like, "The pool's open, Jess. Let's go while he's down there. Let him come up and not find us."
Well, the downfall was is Bertie kept trying to sleep with you.
Yeah, and it was fine. As long as he wasn't, like on my face or head, I was okay.
You can have a little.
At one time he was on my hip, and I was like, it's just like motorboat.
A tiny
I
baby.
could not
And
believe
that was
Joey
and that
was
was
all about
fine.
you.
But when he landed on my head, wanted to sleep there, I was like, oh hell no! I just moved my hand up there, moved him off to the side on the pillow. I was like, there you go.
Yep,
Welcome
nice and
back.
content.
But yeah, it was fine.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back, John.
But he got quiet once the lights all went out. Where it's like, yep, time to turn the lights out. The
Oh
bird's
yeah,
going crazy. Dad needs to go back to sleep because he'll be a
yeah, but
grouch.
that was cute. He was just being nosy. He wanted to see what yarn you got.
He just wanted to be in the middle of everything. He didn't give a crap what the hell yarn I got.
Oh no,
He could get,
he's he reminds me of someone
Welcome
that
back.
has like the fear of missing out. Yes, welcome back.
yes.
Welcome back,
And
Joe.
Sorry, you left and your panel got full.
and
I see
he's
that.
very, very nosy. Like if you get a phone call when you're around him, who is it? What are they saying? What
Oh
are you
my
saying now?
gosh, that
Guess
drives me
what?
bonkers.
And then you go in, you could like go walk through the house, go to the other outside in the backyard. He would follow you. Then you go back through. You just go sit in your car. If he's not going out to your car to figure out. And he's like, "What'd you got the car for?" I was like, "Because you wouldn't shut up.
Right, and then
I'm
they want
trying
to
to
join
have
the
a conversation.
conversation.
I'm trying to have a conversation, and you're talking over him." I was like, "It's like you're like a 2-year-old." And I was like, "Now when Zach was 2, he didn't do that.
And
He
then it's
knew
like,
what
oh, why you have so and so on the phone? Can you let them know? Blah blah. I'm like, no, I can't.
up." It's the thing here. It's
The
like
hell.
if I'm on the phone, you hush up. But now his dad's real bad about that too. I mean, I'll be on the phone and he'll be in there belching and doing everything else. It's like, really, you're so rude.
Sounds like Jess's regular background.
Yeah.
Hey, it's quiet currently.
What do you want, Motorboy?
Hello, everybody.
Hello,
Hello.
Hello.
Connie.
Connie,
How are you today?
Um,
Connie.
I'm okay. I'm in pain.
So what happened? So
How
what
was your
happened?
knee? Yeah, I want to know what happened to your knee. I need to know.
I sat down and my knee popped out,
Sitting down
Mm.
doesn't me all the
and
time.
it took me. I had to put an ice pack on. It took me like 4 hours before I could get it back in, and it still
Okay,
hurt
real quick, Miss Connie, do you put the ice on the front of your knee or behind your knee?
all around.
Okay, make
I,
sure it's on the back side because it won't penetrate through the bone.
right, yeah, it's all the way around. I have a strap that I put it in, and then I wrap it all the way around, and so I can walk around with it when I need to.
And currently, you should be elevating it if it's still uncomfortable.
It's not above my heart, but it's elevated.
Oh, okay,
I want to see
that
you
shall
sitting there
do.
and put. I want to see you sitting there and put it above your heart.
Okay,
Yeah.
no, that won't work.
Okay,
No,
let's
I
go
want
back
to
about
see you
20
there.
years, and that would have been a different statement, Joe.
I wasn't
Yeah.
gonna get rude, but it, wouldn't that
Hey,
be
I'm just, I,
wouldn't that be the same as putting your ankles behind your neck?
I'm not
I used
nothing.
I used
Don't.
to be able to do that. I was
Oh,
in
I'm not.
gymnastics.
Connie,
Nope.
stop.
No. No. No.
No,
No.
because if you still
I
have
can,
to
No.
fight, you hook your
No.
heels over his
No.
ears.
No.
I
I
can
I
still
watched
put my
No.
foot behind my head.
I was
watching
I
the
just say no.
I was in, I was in
Nope.
gymnastics, guys. I was very
Yep.
oh,
Nope.
little.
okay,
I
okay.
am not, but I
I'm
can
not.
still put I can put my foot up by my head.
I can put my foot in my mouth
Yes, you
all the
can.
time, all the time.
I,
Uh huh.
Mama, but quit. It's medication. You can't have it.
Miss
oh,
Connie,
I
I understand. I cheerleading and dance for a lot of years, so yeah, yes, there are some flexibility.
I was in gymnastics for 3 years. I was on the gymnastics team in junior high. I was on the track team. I very limber. I can still do the splits, no problem. I mean,
You too?
yes,
Okay.
If
I
I do
I
the
could.
split, somebody better call 911.
I all 4 times when I was pregnant, I could do the splits up until I went into labor.
Well, I didn't have any reason to try when I was pregnant, so I mean, I don't know. No, I was too. There were things that were way too
Well,
round when I was
I
pregnant.
promise
No.
you, if you ever see me in a split, it wasn't on purpose.
Well,
Yeah, no.
when
It's
I was
usually when my foot slips on the ice or something. I'm like, oh shit. Ow.
when I was pregnant, I did those
Did Jess
splits
just
to the
snort?
side. I did the Chinese splits when I was pregnant, but I could do the others too.
Joe, oh my God, I can see that. Oh shit.
That would hurt.
Sorry.
Yeah, oh, it's not a pretty sight, I'm telling you.
It would take me 20 minutes to stop
No,
laughing before I
and
could
that's
help
when you
you. I'm
find you
just
have.
saying.
That's when you find out you had muscles in places
Oh,
you didn't know you had muscles.
Exactly. You're getting up and, after you get help getting up anyway. And then you kind of like hobble into the house and you're like, "Oh, I need to sit down for a minute. This hurts." The next day you're like, oh my God, why does it hurt so bad?
oh.
Yeah. Yep.
Sorry, Joe.
Uh-huh.
I
Uh-huh.
can see it. I'm sorry. I didn't. Only because I've slipped down my own stairs.
And this
And
is
I can
like
just
out on the
see.
porch. Well, here's the funny thing is last time I have a ramp on my porch. I mean,
Oh,
you
that's
have the
pretty.
porch, and then I like that.
Oh, that's pretty
See,
cool.
that's
Yeah,
what I
you
got
have
so far. I still
That's
got
pretty.
these
Hey,
ones here.
Penelope. Penelope, do you see? Do you see how pretty that is?
I like it.
Look what I can
So
do.
at so after the moon phases are done, right?
That's what I was going to say.
They'll be dyed black and glued onto the clear backer. Lights will go behind them, so it'll light
Okay.
up from behind. So they'll always be black, regardless whether it's daytime or nighttime. But you'll still see the moon phases and the leaves and everything else.
That's
That
gorgeous.
is very cool.
Way to go.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
You always say
That's
that.
going to be awesome, Miss Penelope. I can't, and yeah, that would be awesome if we could actually see a picture of it at your booth. Because I know you've got a few events going on.
Yeah. See, the
So
funny
that's going to
thing
be
is,
very awesome.
Would you guys
when
like
you
to
walk
know?
outside my front or my door, you have the porch, and then you have the ramp that goes down to the yard. The last time
Okay.
I did the splits, I was on the ramp, and
Hmm.
Zach was
Makes great
behind
sleeping
me.
spots, doesn't it?
Yeah, and Zach's behind me, and he's like, "Oh my God, what do I do?" And I was like, "I don't know." I don't know yet. And I was like, I have to get my legs going the same direction.
And Zach's like, how do I help?
And I was like, this leg
He's
needs to go
like,
down there by the other leg.
it's like, how do we make the other leg match this one?
Yeah, exactly.
Terrible.
And then
What
he
am I
was
getting
like,
myself into
he,
tonight?
then he opened the door and he's like, Dad, you gotta come help. And then his
Herb,
dad came
hey,
in. And
Herb,
oh my
you've been
God.
asking for shenanigans for the last couple of nights, and I have a feeling your shenanigans is at its peak. Like we had a full moon last night. The harvest moon.
Yeah, but somebody
hmm
And it
behind
was
me's got a
also a
loaded
lunar
gun.
eclipse last night. Did anybody get to
That
see the
would
chunk out of the moon?
actually.
And there's
I seen a part of it. Yes.
Northern Lights out up here.
The what? Repeat that.
Northern Lights.
How come they couldn't be southern?
I need a nap,
Uh,
mother.
they've actually the Northern Lights the last 3 nights have been in northern Missouri, but I'm too
That's why
far
they're
and
called
too bright to be able to see them.
northern.
Oh my god. Whatever. I'll kick you. Penelope, that would be phenomenal. I'd love to see.
What?
Some people's children. That was for jest.
No, there it is.
Towards Charlie.
Right? I get pictures. That's why I said thank you. I get pictures.
I didn't know what you're talking about. I had to read the screen. Nobody put it up on the
It's
screen. Nobody
okay.
read it out.
I did.
That's
I put it up on the screen.
Already had a mouthful of green beans.
Penelope says, okay, so what have you missed out on? So Liz is here.
yeah, Liz is
Penelope
here.
says that is
JJ's here.
beautiful.
Larry's here.
And then she says, wow. And then Penelope says, I'm already in love with it. And then I said that I would like to see a picture, blah, 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 of her booth. And she said, Jessica, I was going to do a picture of my grimoire.
That's
I
the
can't wait.
news at
I would love to
9:30.
see it.
That sounds a
There,
little TMI, Penelope. Come on.
Well, hi everyone in the chat.
for real.
So my toes are
Really.
wet. My toes are wet.
What?
Why are your toes wet?
Guess their ice pack is leaking.
No.
The dog's licking them toes.
Yes.
Oh hell no.
Oh God, that is one thing. It is so ticklish. I can't stand that
Well, I pulled my foot away from him and he
thing
got
about
up on the
puppies.
couch.
Just the way you said that. Well, my toes are wet. What? What'd you
I
say?
couldn't ask. I was fixing to say, was
I
Ron in there?
could not have heard that right.
You guys, I like shock factor, you know? Like
You
my
never know what
Thank you,
anybody else is
Penelope.
going to say.
I don't know what's going on panel tonight. Like,
You never know what anyone's going to say up here.
hmm
woo-wee. I need to get my boots and my
I
waders.
know nothing. What in the blue
Hey,
blazing
Portal.
hell is going on in here?
That is not what
We
I'm
don't
talking about,
know.
Jess.
Dave, we don't know.
We don't know what the hell's going on in here.
You don't see them, Dave? You should have
Mm-mm.
been
I
here.
thought
You
Jess
should have
said I
been.
need to get my boobs.
Dave, you should have been here the other day when I showed
Oh
them.
my.
I showed your knives off the other day when I was in here. Oh, that was during my crochet show because I had to clean off my table because I finished your knives off. What? Seriously?
Hello,
Yes, they're
Dave.
done. I just have to put a finish coat on them, and then I need an address from you, and then mail them out.
Hi, Dave.
There you go. Yeah, I'll show them to you on if you're on Saturday, I'll show you the finished works before I pack them up. How's that sound?
Well,
It's like a
you know
deal?
what's going to happen, right, John?
No. No, I don't.
He's going to get those knives. He's going to know where his big ass ship is.
Yeah, but that's a discussion for another time. Hey, Dave, how's it going, buddy?
So what's everybody working on tonight? If anything?
Woodworking. Woodworking.
They also mayhem.
I got to tell you guys something.
Working on a cup of coffee.
I got the yarn in the mail. What? What's that, Connie?
What?
Okay.
What? You got yarn?
No, Connie said something.
You already
Wait,
got
let
that?
Let Connie go ahead.
Okay, so we had our insurance adjuster come and look at the house. So they are fixing 4 windows. They're putting siding on half of the house, They are putting new roof on all of our levels of our house. So the main house, the addition, and the the garage. And guess how much that's going to come to? Take a
Whatever your
guess.
Probably, I
deductible
say
is.
about 18.
It's going to come to whatever your deductible is.
No, our deductible is a lot smaller than what it came to. So we have to pay $2,500 as a deductible, and then the amount is almost $35,000.
That sounds about right.
But we bought our house for 68.
Just think how much the resale value is going to be, because you got so much more invested into it.
Exactly. Except for we're not paying the 30, almost 35. The insurance is, but still, it's still new roof,
It's
new
still going to add to the value of the house.
exactly. Plus everything else I've done inside, like laying tile and doing granite and all kinds of stuff inside the house.
Dave said he'll be in the mountains on Saturday, John, on his motorcycle.
What
Larry said
mountains?
he sprayed weeds today.
What mountains is he going to be in?
The ones by his house.
Well, okay, so where's his house?
God, if you wouldn't have
Where he
asked
lives.
me, I could have told you.
His house is beside his shop, one of his shops.
See, I knew
Okay.
he was going to have something smart to say. Oh,
Two
Oh,
choices,
do you
Connie.
live in Florida?
Smart ass or dumbass. Your choice.
What yarn did you get?
Sometimes dumbass.
You couldn't have got the Timu yarn yet.
Nope,
Who?
not
No.
yet.
Takes about 2 to 3 weeks to get it.
He went down
Well,
and got some hardware
he said that
store
he got
yarn.
yarn today, so
No, I didn't say I got yarn today. I said I got yarn in the mail.
oh.
I wonder who could it be
well,
from?
was that mail
But
delivered yet?
yeah, I got it in the mail.
So you got yarn today.
No, I got it yesterday.
Oh my god. You need the shit smacked out of you today.
Maybe
Oh, my
tomorrow.
John,
God, to see that.
my favorite cousin used to say, "You want me to slap the taste right out of your mouth?"
Well, but the only problem is it's a wood show.
Never stopped you
Fine. Then you
before.
have to show it to us in the hangout. And then
In the
I'm
again on
not working on
Saturday
wood.
or
I'm working on
Friday, and then
desserts.
again on Saturday.
in the new hangout.
Yep.
Is there actually going to be anybody there this time?
I don't know. There wasn't anybody there last night.
Well, all I did was
Ain't
make it.
even Russ.
I truly feel like somebody stepped on my face.
It wasn't me.
I'm
Say
sorry.
what?
I didn't do it.
I hate when that happens. Hello, Adele.
Hey,
Adele.
Adele, and we didn't even play your theme song.
Hello,
She's waiting
Yeah,
Adele.
for it.
somebody's slacking.
She's waiting for it though. Yeah, my
Co-host.
no, she's my
Moderator. There you go.
It's a lot harder to do on a phone, isn't it?
Hi,
Yes.
Adele.
Yes, it is.
So stop
Wait,
giving me bull crap.
how do you have access to them on your phone? I didn't have access to them on my phone. when I was out of town.
Well, I'm amazing, so don't ask questions.
We'll go with that. Yeah.
I ain't saying nothing.
Yeah. I keep my mouth shut.
Both of y'all should.
You're something
No,
that starts
nothing.
with the word A.
I know
Uh
nothing.
huh. Exactly.
Amazing. She is amazing.
Thank you, Herb. I appreciate that.
What
I
do you
get a
say?
You as well,
20%
sir.
discount on that next cheesecake order, right?
Oh, okay.
Actually, we're gonna give you 30% off your next cheesecake order, sir. Keep kissing my butt. Like I'll even pay for shipping if you like make me feel real happy. Not in that way. That did not come out right. Never mind. No,
Yeah,
no,
I'm
no,
sorry.
no,
Yeah,
no, no,
I,
no,
sounds
no,
better in
no,
your
no.
head.
Backtrack, erase, delete, 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 control alt delete. That was not delete.
okay, it's redirected.
Yeah, rewind. That was wrong. A lot of ways. Pam, I meant no harm. Trust me. I do not want her coming after me. I love you, Pam. I'll make you
Uh,
whatever dessert you want for free on the house, just cause.
she can't hear you. She's in there watching 1930
I
movies.
don't care. I don't care. You can hear me. I'm not getting in trouble.
Yeah,
I'm not getting in trouble. Nope.
I think she'd be looking for
Didn't
somebody
do
to
it.
take me off her hands.
Hashtag I did not do it.
I got a phone call today, the one I've been looking for since the middle of June.
Were they asking about your extended warranty?
No,
Oh,
I actually finally get my brace for my left foot.
what?
Awesome.
No
Nice.
way. No way. It took how
And of
long?
course, for the shoes, the insurance company's still dragging their feet.
Sergeant Herb got some new legs.
I
Don't
just
be
want
mean
out
to
of this.
her.
I just want out of this freaking wheelchair. I want
Oh,
to be
I
able to
couldn't
walk
imagine
again.
that.
Before I was able to walk about 20 feet, which I was fine with. But every time I stand up now, to the left I go. And I ain't doing the do si do either.
Well, that's no fun.
Now I forgot what I was looking for.
Brushes.
No, oh,
This is
A
a family.
pattern with a cute little froggy?
This is a family friendly show, Dave. How did it go off the rails? What are you talking about?
Never. Not here.
yeah. I'm going to take some time off, make a pattern, just look at resource material.
Well, I don't know how much more family friendly oriented you can get. We got mothers and grandmothers and grandfathers and uncles and aunts on here. We're a big happy family. Mom's in the kitchen baking cheesecake. Grandma's sitting there crocheting, right? Like grandpa's on his computer looking at porn. Oh, looking for pictures for patterns.
Or porn. No, I say porn.
Just look at it like this, Dave. We put the fun in dysfunctional.
I'm
Oh
not
my God,
saying
don't
Well,
we?
nothing.
well,
Don't
Dave,
we?
actually, I do have the picture, and I'm gonna do it directly. I'm gonna make the portrait directly from the picture. That actually Herb actually found it. It's actually a nice looking picture.
I ain't saying nothing.
I I can even make it 3 dimensional. Put little airplanes coming off the deck. If I recall, it's number 63. You want?
So I was talking to the nurse where my sister is in the hospital, and her blood cell count her white blood cell count is not going down very fast, and they had to put a antibiotic port in so they can directly put antibiotics into her system. So it's going to be a long road before she gets out of there.
Yeah.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
But at least she's doing a little better.
Well, yes, they've gone into her knee 5 times and cleaned infection out of it. Every day they go in and do it. And I'm just glad that the infection, because she was septic, I'm just glad the infection didn't land in her neck, because she had to have 4 vertebrae taken out of her neck, and she has titanium. And when you go septic, a lot of times it finds those weak spots, and that's what happened to her foot and her knee. So, but we'll see. The doctor
Oh,
told her the doctor told her he's not releasing her until she is completely infection free.
sending good vibes and healing thoughts her way.
Yep.
Thank
Same.
you. You know, it's really hard because she has a husband who has not gone up to see her. Not
Oh
once.
no.
Let's.
Yeah. And he actually started feeling sick the day after when she was in ICU. He went up there and stayed for 18 hours and got antibiotics for a UTI and went back home. Um, she said he's calling her every day. I don't know if I believe it. Um, yeah, because he has not been up there to see her, and he only lives less than 10 minutes away.
Oh wow.
That's ain't right.
No, I mean I know he's got COPD really bad, but still, you can at least make an effort to get up to see her at least once a week.
Yeah, I mean it's not like she has to go every single day,
Right.
but a couple times a week, would be good.
Did you know that I had to make the decision for them to do what they did for her because her husband, they couldn't contact him. They couldn't get him on the phone. So they called me. So I had to tell him, yes, take her in the OR. Yes, amputate her toes if that's what she needs. Do what you need to do to save her life.
Could she not make that decision?
She was on the ventilator and
Oh,
was sedated. And she's told me that I thought that her husband took her to the hospital. No, she told her husband she didn't feel good, that something was wrong. He ignored her. So she called 911 and they came and got her. And as soon as they got her into the ambulance and started taking her up to the hospital, she knew nothing else had happened, and for 4 days until they brought her out of the sedation and took the ventilator out.
well. So how much did they have to amputate?
2 toes, and took out all the hardware that she had in her foot.
Okay.
So, as a sister, I understand making decisions for people you love, but she had a husband to do that, and he didn't do it.
Yeah.
But that's partly why she put me on as her second person to contact if anything happened. And the third person that was on her list has not called, has not gone up there, nothing. I'm like, jeez. But they're taking care of her, so that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah. Feels like it should be like midnight.
Dave says, remember, I've only got so long left with all this crap the doctors keep saying is wrong with me. Nah, Dave, you just buy extra stuff to take care of what you got wrong with you, that's all. MDL as a Walmart yarn clearance? What he's talking about? He's got a show on saying it.
Hey, Steve?
You didn't get my plate like I told you.
I forgot.
Hello, Greg.
One side if you don't want it.
Oh, I'm seeing stuff.
I don't see Greg.
I don't either.
I had it on a different screen from the other day. I never changed.
Oh,
Can you tell my brain is fried?
I don't know, Herb. Do you have nightmares about ostriches chasing you down, trying to steal your last jelly donut?
Oh my God, what was that about?
Yeah, no, because I hardly ever sleep at night.
I have no freaking idea. That was my nightmare last night. I even woke up and I was like, "What a stupid nightmare!" And then I went back to sleep.
Don't die.
Dave says he goes Friday for a stress test. Friday morning.
Ain't no ostrich taking my donut.
Can I help you, young lady? Did you wake up from your nap? Mm. Yep, she want more cookies. Ho, ho, ho. I got it.
Sorry, dude. Somebody's grumbling because he drank the last of the milk a while ago and there's no more in there. And I was like, going to the store tomorrow. He just looked at me. I was like, I am not driving all the way to the store tonight for a gallon of milk. I gave him a bottle of water, told him to make do.
It's in his milk. Johnny says my husband failed his last stress test.
Didn't study hard enough for it.
You know what's really weird? When he was little, he didn't drink milk. He would. You could not even talk him into taking a drink of milk. He hit about 18, and he ain't stopped.
Okay, I love you too, honey. Let me get that out of your way because you keep messing up my screen. You okay? Hmm.
I'm fine, thank you.
She's wanting some daddy time.
Welcome back, Jess.
Hello. Thank
Been
you.
gone so long, I forgot what you look like.
Mhm. You did? I'm so sorry. Like me or somebody else? Because I'm not gonna like. No, nobody. There's no interest in this. Come on now. Come on, Bert. So who are you missing out on?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Oh, the little girl come in here wanting her evening combing. You know how it is, I got to groom it.
Yep.
I set Joe off.
Yeah. No. 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 There's a few things that I don't touch,
That's what she
and I
said.
have a feeling that this is out of my league. Oh, Annie, come on! My goodness! God, I love you. God, I
What?
love you.
Okay, y'all beautiful there, honey.
Blame my son. He's the one that got me started doing that.
Kind of, to be honest, like I'm
It's
kind of
all his fault.
surprised I didn't hear like a couple of reactions between you and Joe and Herb and Johnny and Penelope at this point.
I'm being good tonight.
And I know
Why?
I'm always good.
Why?
I'm trying, but I don't think I'm gonna make
Yes,
it.
Connie. It's shit, Connie. No, 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 no. Yeah.
Somebody's in the house with a loaded gun.
Hi, Connie. I see the halo that you wear. It's cute.
Thank you.
But I also see the horns that are holding up your halo. Just saying.
Not on the
Like,
not on the
What's wrong with
lives.
them?
Not on the lives.
She's gonna lay down right there. Ah, mm.
Yeah, you
Oh,
guys should hear the things Connie says backstage.
what?
oh no,
Mm-hmm.
she's made me choke. Like, no, like, she has taught me a few things over the last couple of weeks.
That joke she
She
told
taught
the other
me.
night.
They're
Oh
Oh
full.
my
my
God.
God.
They don't know what they're talking about.
Woo-wee.
They don't know what
Connie,
they're
they
No,
talking
no,
just
no,
threw
no,
about.
me
no,
under the
no.
bus.
No, they
They
don't know what
just
they're
threw
talking
Connie
about.
No,
under the
They
bus.
no, I can say I know nothing. Like, no, I know nothing. I thought I knew. I don't know. Connie has taught us a few things over the last few weeks lately. I'm like, what? What? You can do that? Like, what? Okay,
Whatever, I missed
okay,
out on it.
okay. I see you. Oh no, creative, creative. Miss Connie has been creative.
very well. I am an artist and creative.
I think I figured out what happened to West Virginia. Did you all know that Lurch, Gilligan, and Barney Fife all came from West Virginia?
Oh my.
Oh, ew, yeah, that's kind of gross.
They're actually erecting a Don Knotts
Okay,
statue in Morgantown,
okay.
I
I love you
think.
guys, but I'm not.
It's either Morgantown or Martinsburg, because that's where he's from.
Hmm.
But yeah, I didn't know Lurch was from here. He came
I
from
did
a
not
coal
know that
mining
either.
family.
Really?
I watched when I was driving.
Yeah,
I watched the first season of Wednesday.
I like Wednesday. I only watched the first season so far.
Yeah,
I don't think I've
they've
watched the
only
second
done.
season.
They haven't released the second season yet. This is the first season, but
Okay, so that's
I
I haven't seen the second season yet.
yeah, I liked it. And then we went and we watched Beetlejuice, and that was good too.
No, I'm not sure I want to watch.
Why?
We'll see. Maybe
I
because I
loved
am
it.
a huge fan of the first one.
You know
Uh,
what? They're not trying to
like,
remake it. They did not try to remake it. It is in the future, and so it kind of wraps up some stuff that you always wondered about. It's actually really good. I love I love Beetlejuice. Period.
yeah, I love that movie. That's one of my favorites.
Mine too. Oh, I finished my husband's hat, and he took it and put it away
Cool.
for a couple of weeks. Mine's almost done. I'll probably have it finished tomorrow, and then I'm gonna start on a raccoon.
I did finish both of my pumpkins.
Cool.
I posted them on Facebook, but yeah, I have
I
the
saw them.
itty bitty little thumbnail pumpkin and then the big pumpkin.
Right.
So after these two cheesecakes, then I plan to work on the lion and then my shawl to get those done.
I've got to start on my one of my shawls. I have to figure out which one of my cakes I want to use.
Okay, so I need help. I have uh, two babies, one born in September, one just born September, like 3 days ago,
Hmm.
but they need matching outfits because they are cousins.
Okay.
What do I do for the both of them to match? But we have one that is like 4 months old, so he's a little tubby and pudgy, and then we have a newborn,
Are they boys or girls?
two boys,
Two
both of
boys.
them. Yes.
Is it? Are you
So what do we
thinking
do?
out?
Make them
Are you?
little sweaters.
As I say, are you thinking clothes or blankets?
Like I'm kind of stuck. Do we make something memorable for them to take pictures in, as in clothing,
You know
or
what?
do we make them something keepsakey, as in a blanket?
Make them cowboy hat, cowboy boots. Have you ever
Ooh,
have you ever
Yeah,
seen
that would
those?
be cute.
They're crochet cowboy boots.
no.
Here, let me see if I can find
They're
them.
But
adorable.
I mean, I'm pretty rural, so like we could get away with doing cowboy boots because that is something that both of these children would be familiar with.
Right.
But it would be based on because of their grandma and grandpa, not because of them or their
Right.
parents. I don't know. I live in a very small community, but
Well, if you're very
the
rural, are
farmers.
you like farming rural or ranching rural? Rural.
Okay,
Damn, I hate that
Miss
word.
Danny, that's kind of crazy because ultimately I'm about 20 minutes outside of St. Louis City,
Okay, you ready
but
for this?
I'm also about 10 minutes away from farmerland.
You ready to see these
I'm
pictures?
listening. Yeah, give me 2 seconds. You and I are going tinkle this. Okay, me, you, and Annie, and if John's still here, we're going potty. We're going tinkle. So I will look at pictures. 2 seconds. Let me
Okay.
wipe and wash hands.
Okay, well, I'll be right back too.
Okay.
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 Hi, Herb.
Ah,
Uh, oh, God.
Juice, what about one of those Highland cows? Stuffies? Something they can keep with them as they grow up?
Like, I don't know. That's what I mean. Like, what do we
Okay.
do? Do we do something sentimental? And I can make, I do macaroni, so I can make something very tall and cute and small and blah, 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 blah. Or do we make their asses a blanket? Or do we make a cheesecake picture? So I'm kind of torn. And the sad part is, okay, so Annie, this is my landlord. And both of her daughters had a child, one in September and one that was due August. So early August, we had John. Ugh. And then actually 3 days ago, hold on, let me see. Today is the 18th, 17th, 16th, 15th. On the 15th, we had Logan.
Okay.
And this is
What's
my
that, Jeff?
landlord's very first grandchildren. We had John, born in September, and then we had Logan, born recently. Well, very early September for Logan,
You
for
could do
John.
both. You could make like the cowboy boots and a blankets. Uh, and do you embroidery at all?
Well, I can.
Okay. It put like their name in the corner of the blanket, each of their names, so that they make them kind of look alike, but change one element of it so that if they're as they get older, they'll know their blanket from the other one. Because kids will fight over blankets.
Well, they live
So
far
that
enough
way we
away
make
to
something
where I don't. That's not
simple
going to be a problem.
and something to take pictures with.
I like that idea.
And if their mom's anything like me, she'll stuff the booties and put them up on a shelf. This dog keeps snorkeling on me, and I keep turning around to see what the noise is. It's weird.
Can't make up
One
my
of our
mind if I
neighbors
want
that
coffee
lives
or
back
tea.
in the holler a bit, he was talking to Bill today. He was working on his truck. It because he kind of his driveway's like one side of it is the woods and the other side is his property. And he was under the hood of his truck. He said this cold nose come down on the crack of his butt, and he jumped up, banged his head on the hood, and spun around, and there was a deer standing behind him sniffing his butt. I was like, was it a buck or was it a doe?
God.
And Bill's like, I didn't ask. And I said, that would have been the first thing I asked him. You know,
A
it could have
buck,
been. It could
what
go
he
either
was looking
way.
for.
But yeah, that'd be kind of freaky. He done got venison butt. What?
Okay, where's my mic? Okay, I just found
Well,
this
I love you
picture.
too.
It
Don't
has a
bark. It's
cat
bedtime.
crocheted
You can have a
cowboy
pet.
hat, diaper cover, and boots.
Yeah. Oh,
Is she back?
yes.
She's not back yet, is she?
No.
I'm here.
Excuse me.
Okay. So let me send this picture to you in uh, the hangout. I mean, not the hangouts, in the group, Facebook group.
Yes.
It and you could change. This is a sheriff, but you could change it to be whatever you wanted it to be.
Ooh, hold on. I got it.
Hey, Greg.
Hello. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me
Sure.
now?
Hey, Greg.
Hello. How are you tonight?
Not too bad.
See, I told you there was Greg.
How has your Wednesday been?
Uh,
Continue.
like most.
Okay, Jess, I sent it.
Thank you, honey.
You're welcome. That's one of them. I have a bunch of them. I used to make crocheted outfits for a photographer who used to take pictures of babies, infants.
Mm.
So I did like the diaper covers and the overalls and all kinds of stuff like that.
I made a pea pod for a photo shoot for a friend of mine like 10 years ago. Was
Hmm.
doing newborn pictures, and the parents wanted
That's
them
what.
in a pea pod,
Oh, cute.
which I thought was kind
Well,
of adorable.
That's what I crocheted for this one lady. I did her a whole bunch of, because she was a photographer for newborns, and so I did all kinds of colors and different types of outfits for them.
I only made that one, and I told her when I started, I was like, I've never made anything that like this, so I don't know how it's going to turn out, but it turned out pretty cute.
I'm
Couldn't find
sure
a
it did.
pattern of it, so I just figured it out.
That's what I
So,
do.
what else can you do?
I just figure them out by looking at the picture.
Yep.
excuse me.
I wish this boy would spend as much time eating at meal times as he does at this time of night. This seems to be the
I
time he eats.
My grandson does that.
What you making, John? Trees?
He's just in there grazing. He went through, I got him
Working
10
on
pounds of clementine and 5 pounds of pears Tuesday. No, Monday. They're almost gone. He's eating that much fruit.
Have you ever tried the golden nuggets? They're
Not
so
that
much
I'm
better.
complaining
Like
because fruit's good for him, but the what?
the golden nuggets are better than the clementines or the mandarins. Have you ever seen them? And
I don't think we have those here. I've never seen them.
the sumos are
I've never even heard of them.
yeah, that's
But he
too
would
bad.
probably try it because he likes any kind of citrus fruit.
Right.
What's
I think the
Jessica
only
making?
citrus fruit he won't eat is grapefruits and
She,
pineapple.
she's making a cheesecake.
Oh, yeah. The only
Cheesecake,
kind of cake.
a plain cheesecake, and a black forest cheesecake. She's making her crust.
My daughter makes great cheesecake. Oreo cheesecake,
My son's ex
turtle
girlfriend makes really,
cheesecake,
really good New York cheesecake.
and then all your kinds of fruits like,
But she still, even though they broke up, she still makes me one every Christmas. I see the shadow of your phone. She's not
moon
responding.
shadow, moon shadow.
Ouch.
If I keep watching Jessica make that cheesecake, I'm gonna go into a diabetic coma.
That hurt. I love to watch people cook. I just find it very interesting.
I love to bake.
Well, y'all get to baking, I'll get to eating.
Well, my grandson asked me a couple of weeks ago, he goes, Nana, you haven't been making bread and rolls lately. I said, no, because I don't bake in the summertime. It's too hot. I said, I'll get back to it. They've already put in, my granddaughter wants a garlic bread braid. So I got to make that and rolls and biscuits and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, yeah. Bill's thrilled because it's September, so it's biscuit making season.
You need some more cookies? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Told him
Yeah,
that
I
way
make
he just looks forward to it.
well, and I make my own gravy. So everyone's waiting for me to start making biscuits and gravy.
My favorite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I make all of my gravy is from scratch.
Me too,
Uh,
because I can't
I just
stand
the consistency of the store bought gravy does not please me.
me either.
It's either too thin and watery, or it's just goopy,
Right. And
and it don't take that long to make gravy.
no, especially if you know how to make a slurry or a roux. You got it. I mean, that's easy.
Yeah. Well, my son he taught himself to make gravy with a roux
Uh huh.
all by himself. He did good.
Mm-hmm.
I've tasted his gravy and it's pretty, but he's afraid to do a slurry gravy. Well, I'm not, and I was like, it's different, but it's the same. I said, just stir. That's all you got to remember. Stir. Don't walk away. Just stir.
It's actually, to me, making a slurry is
That was his
easier.
main problem. He was like his dad. He would put something off the stove and get distracted and go off and do something else. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
slurries
I,
to
I make
me,
both, just depending
I
on my
do
mood
too. I
and the
make
type of
both.
gravy.
It depends. Yeah, exactly. Depends on what type of gravy I'm making. But like Thanksgiving, when I'm making turkey gravy, I have the drippings and I have the broth and stuff. Add in slurry and spices, and you got your gravy done. But then when I'm doing like a brown gravy,
Yeah,
that
it's
has to be
way
that
faster.
has to be
I'm
a
the same
roux.
way.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you
Gained
can't get
another
the same
20
depth of
pounds
flavor out
listening to
of a
y'all.
slurry when it comes to brown gravy or
right,
sausage gravy.
right. Because you have to do it in the frying pan, so you have to make your roux in the frying pan with all the drippings, and then you can add your water into it or your broth or whatever it is that you're putting into it. Usually broth, but
We have a breakfast place here called Tudor's, and
uh,
well, it's Tudor's Biscuit World, but we Tudor's. And I get occasionally we'll get gravy, a cup of gravy and a buttered biscuit. And the last
yeah,
time I got the gravy and I brought it home and I was sitting there and I was looking at Bill and I was like, they changed their gravy recipe. And he said, what? And I said, this is not the same gravy I've eaten all these years. So the next time I was in town, I stopped in there. I said, did y'all say change your gravy recipe? And she said, how could you possibly know we changed the gravy? I said, oh, I don't know. I've been eating here for 30 years and eating the gravy. And I said, suddenly it's different. Who'd have thought? She said, you're
well,
the only one that's noticed. I said,
it's the
no, I
same.
guarantee you other people's noticed. I said, just nobody said anything about it.
It's the same thing. Me and Ron, when we were in Utah, when we was living in Utah, we'd go to this place called the It's changed names, but now it's Desert Edge, and we always get the nachos. And my husband loves the salsa. Well, they changed the salsa, and he tasted it, and he immediately is like, "Why did you guys change your salsa?" And that was the same reaction. Like, how do you know? Well, we know because we eat it there all the time.
Yeah. Well, they used to make it old school restaurant style sausage gravy. I don't know what they're doing now, but it's watery. And their sausage
Yeah,
gravy used to be the perfect consistency. Not too thin, not too thick. It was perfect. And suddenly it's not. And I'm just like, I'm going to have to go in there and teach them how to make actual gravy.
exactly.
They've offered me a job there 4 or 5 times. And I said, if I could stand
Looking
for eight
good,
hours
John.
like I used to, I would totally do that. I said, but my back and my hips and knees won't take it no more.
Right.
Yep. I swear to God, this kid.
Oh, Lordy. Penelope said it looks really good, John.
Penelope said, looks really good, John. What Herb said.
Oh,
I suppose I could be working on something.
oh, that's what we lost. We lost Jessica.
Yep.
Yeah, she,
She's mixing and smushing. She probably hasn't even realized it yet. Greg, what have you been working on?
I'm working on a thread.
Am I lagging?
Hello.
You're working on a thread.
A thread bobbin holder.
Okay. Dye with a tap and dye, or
No, no, I'm silver soldering it
okay,
together,
gotcha. It's a
and I'm
bobbin
making
holder.
loops for to hold the thread.
Hmm. Wonder if my sister has one of those. I told her she's going to have to take some pictures of her quilt, Connie, her Christmas quilt she's making.
uh-huh.
It's really pretty. She's
That's
trying to do it
awesome.
all in red and white.
Oh, that'd be
And she's
pretty.
making hexagons and sewing the hexagons into like flowers.
So pretty. I
I
did
guess they're
a
flowers.
I did a quilt top for my table, my Christmas. It's a Christmas quilt top that just goes on my table. I need to finish it off. I've been saying that for 2 years and turn it into a quilt, but or at least bind it off and just use it as a tablecloth like I have been.
Well, she's been into really hard and heavy in her quilts for the last 3 months.
Uh huh.
And then she'll stop and then she'll go into crocheting again for a couple of months. And then she'll be doing her diamond art for a couple of months. And then she goes back to the quilting. And she
That's
goes,
what
I
I.
guess I'll finish something eventually. I said, you're retired. I said, nobody's rushing you to get anything finished.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And she's been canning and dehydrating all summer too.
Mm-hmm. I haven't done any canning, but you know what? We go through a lot of beans at my house, and so I found a way I can can. Okay, so listen to this. You get your little can, your little jars, your 16-ounce jars, and you fill dry beans about that high. You fill it with water. You close them and you like water bath can them, and when they're done, they're all swollen up and they're good to use for beans. And it's a lot cheaper than buying the cans.
That fills the whole jar up.
Yep, just a little bit. It's about about an inch and a half, 2 inches on the bottom of the
I'm
jar.
going to have to try that.
We go through a lot of beans. We use kidney beans on our salads. We
Yeah,
like to eat
we do in
black
the winter
beans.
time.
We like to eat black beans and
But that would be nice to not have to cook them.
plus I make yes, and I make hummus. And with hummus, I need beans, and I make hummus a lot. So, and I don't do. I make my own tahini, and then I use any kind of beans you can think of in different types of hummus.
That's what I was getting ready to ask you. Do you just use the garbanzo beans, or do you use other beans?
Lots of beans. I use garbanzo beans. I use kidney beans, black beans. Um, I use Great Northern, lima beans. I mean, any kind of beans, and I put all different kinds of things in it. Like the white beans, I will use like basil and pesto and stuff in it. And then, like, I love to do with the kidney beans and the black beans, I like to put roasted red peppers in it. I do all. I don't have a recipe. I just decide what I'm going to throw in there and throw in there. It takes like 5 minutes, 2 minutes to do it.
I've tried that.
Hello, Steve.
I don't really care for hummus, but I think it's because I don't really care for um their garbanzo beans. I don't care for the texture of them. They're like sandy to me.
Yeah, they are, and you don't have to use tahini either.
Hey,
Um,
Steve.
I I make
Yeah.
tahini. The problem is it only lasts like a month in the fridge, and if I don't make um, hummus enough, it just goes bad. You don't need it. There's maybe I should do a video on different kinds of hummus because my husband won't mind because he loves hummus, and I've got a little food processor.
Yeah, and then I could make some. My son loves my son. When he goes to the grocery store, he always either will. There's one particular brand that he will buy pre-made and eat. Otherwise, he just gets the stuff and makes his own.
Hmm.
And
I
believe it
bet
or
I
not, my
know
granddaughter loves it with
my grand
celery. She
my
won't eat the
grandkids love
celery.
it.
She just uses the celery to dig into the hummus and then licks the hummus off of it.
Yeah, I maybe I'll do that on my other channel. I'll do a hummus making video because it's so
Do you,
easy.
do you make chocolate hummus?
Never
I'd
have,
watch
but
it.
I'm not against it because there's like a dessert
You're not
hummus.
opposed to it.
I've done my two of my kids love beets, and so I made them their own beet hummus and sent it home with them, so it wasn't in my house because I can't stand beets, and they loved it.
Oh, you don't like beets?
No, don't like
I
beets.
love beets.
Don't like rutabaga. Don't like turnips. Don't like oh, what's the name of that? It's like a carrot, but it's white. Can't think of the name of it.
Parsnip?
Yes, that's it. Parsnip. I don't like those. They're not
I
sweet
know
enough.
parsnips and they're nasty. I
But
agree.
I like yucca. I like jicama. I like. I mean, I like most vegetables, but there's just those few I don't like.
I've never had yucca. I like jicama. I've never had yucca.
Yucca's good. So is jicama.
I don't even know if we have that available here.
I don't know. You may not.
I've had jicama.
Jicama's good.
I like
Maybe you
beets.
got a Spanish store. They usually
Well,
carry it.
But I like beets and turnips and kohlrabi. I like
I
carrots
don't like
raw.
I don't
I
like
like
kohlrabi.
turnips raw. I don't like either of them cooked.
I love carrots. It doesn't matter if they're cooked or not.
Um, kohlrabi and turnips both make a really good slaw. Shred them up, make a slaw with them, and it's really good.
Yes, see, and I don't.
I made that for Bill one time. I was trying to get creative because we had so many. I was trying to think of something to do with it. I was like,
Uh,
I'll make slaw. And I made it. And he was like, hey, he said, that was, I put it on pork barbecue. He said it was really good.
No one in my house likes slaw except for me, so I don't make it.
Oh, shoot, I could make barbecues this. I might make barbecues Friday. It might be what I make.
I'm probably going to make ribs in the next couple of days. I've got to wait for the temps to drop a little bit.
If I make ribs, that means I have to go to the meat market, and I guess I could
Mm.
go tomorrow.
I got them in
He
the
actually
freezer.
he likes beef ribs. I do not like beef ribs. I like pork ribs.
I agree. I like pork ribs.
So I have to make pork ribs once and then beef ribs once. I love St. Louis style pork ribs.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not a fan
Yeah,
of beef ribs.
I make good beef ribs. I just don't care for it.
You want to know how I make my ribs?
But I also, it's the same thing is I make really good beef barbecue, but I prefer pork barbecue over beef barbecue.
Right. Okay, so this is how I make my ribs. I buy them when they're already cut apart from from wherever I get them. I already have them cut apart. I get my Instapot. Now these taste like they've been smoked for 18 hours, but I take my Instapot. I put 2 tablespoons of liquid smoke in there, 1.5 cups of beef broth. Then I take my barbecue rub and rub the ribs, put them down in there, Instapot them for 30 minutes. Then I pull them out, put them on a cookie sheet, put barbecue sauce and brown sugar on them, and broil them for 5 minutes. And they are delicious.
Y'all need to stop. Y'all making me
I'll
hungry.
try that.
I just gained 50 pounds. Listen to y'all.
Oh, and then to make my mashed potatoes, I don't boil them.
Well, I was
My mashed potatoes, I do not boil them. I put them in my
bacon.
pressure. Nope, I put them in my pressure cooker for 16 minutes. Not my Instapot, my actual pressure cooker for 16 minutes. They come out the best tasting because they don't lose any of the flavor and nutrients in the water. They're amazing.
That's why
Then
I
my
bake mine.
huh? Yeah, and then my husband, he will put a little bit of whipping cream or sour cream or milk in with and the butter into it when he mashes them.
Now I'll tell you something I don't have is a potato ricer because I have a masher. Why do I need a ricer? I got a tater masher.
I have the old
I
one.
had one of Andrew's friends come in and I was cooking and I got the masher out and they're like, "What is that?" And I was like, "It's a potato masher." Like my mom mashed potatoes with the mixer. I was like, "Well, you can, but I like to use them." I've never seen one of those.
I have mine that me and my husband bought over 41 years ago, and we still use it.
Yep, I got
So,
mine. It was one of the first things I bought for my kitchen when I got married.
yep, same
I
here.
got me a tater masher.
We got a tater
I use that
masher.
thing for everything though, not just potato. Uh,
Right.
you ever used it to make cookies?
Yes, I have.
Just to press you cut your cookie and then you just press it down in there to make the decoration. And then
Mm-hmm.
I made a choo choo train one year for Christmas for the kids.
That's cool. I Now I do make this one thing that I absolutely love. It tastes like in well, 1 cup of
Hold your
smoked
mic up.
herb. Huh? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me
There.
now?
Yes.
You can hear me? Okay. So I put 1 cup of peanut butter, one
Yes.
cup of sugar, 1 cup of Karo syrup. Bring it to a boil. In a bowl, I have 6 to 8 cups of uh, Cocoa Puffs in the bowl. I pour that mixture onto it, mix it all up, and put it in a pan. And then when it's cool, you cut it up, and it tastes just like Reese's peanut butter cups, but they're squares.
I could totally make that for Christmas presents.
Mm-hmm.
I have all of
Now
that
I
except the Cocoa Puffs.
now I used to do that. I'll do that sometimes, and I'll make it without the Cocoa Puffs, and I'll do it on like puffed rice, and I put it on. I make it into little teddy bears in the mold, and I use like uh,
Yeah.
little
Oh,
those
that's a
red
cute
the
idea.
cinnamon little cinnamon things for the buttons, and I would use the little tiny potato
Uh,
chocolate chips for the eyes and the mouth and the
Red
nose.
Hots.
Yes, red hot. Yeah, I make those a lot. I haven't in a long time, but I used to make them a lot when my kids were younger.
I used to make cookies
You made what?
when the boys were little and they would eat them, but nobody hardly eats cookies anymore. And I don't see the point going through all that work if nobody's going to eat them.
Uh huh. I make no bake cookies.
Oh,
No bake cookies are so easy to make.
Well, I make haystack cookies, and most people make those with the chow mein noodles. But the
Uh
way
huh.
I was taught to make, you use actual shredded wheat without not the frosted ones, but the big biscuits,
Right. I love
and make
those.
haystack cookies. Peanut butter, Karo syrup, vanilla, and a pinch of cinnamon, and then mix it in with the shredded wheat, and then just put it in piles. And to me, that looks more like a haystack than it does with the ramen noodles.
I agree.
Those and cornflake cookies.
The what?
Now my sister makes those all the time because her husband loves them. Uh, I don't make a whole. We just don't eat a whole lot of sweet stuff anymore. He is a
Well,
hitting for a cobbler though.
I don't make a
He said,
ton
"There's
of.
blueberries in there. There's peaches and strawberries and pineapple in there."
Well, my husband is a diabetic, so I don't make a lot of cold sweet stuff, but I'll do it every occasionally.
He will
Joe's
take
awful
spells, and I can
fussy.
always tell when he's overtired. When he's overtired, he wants more sweet stuff for his lunch. It's like he said the sugar gives him that extra burst that he needs in the middle of the night to stay awake.
Right.
And he's not a caffeine person, so he doesn't. Even his tea is decaffeinated. He said he didn't need the caffeine.
Yeah.
Partly cloudy, 57 degrees.
Hmm.
Oh, I whacked my knee on my desk this morning. I told Joe it shot pain into my brain. It actually made my brain hurt. Phil was looking at me and I was screaming, but nothing was coming out of my mouth. He said, "Oh God, you got it good." I was just sitting there rubbing my knee, nodding my head at him, cussing under
Hmm.
my breath. It's at this time of year I get like this really soft spot on my knee, and if
Hmm.
I hit that, it could be the lightest tap hits it, it will just kills me. And I know it's arthritis where it's getting all inflamed and sore,
Hmm.
but it is what it is, and we shall do it. Selkirk. Where's Selkirk at, Greg?
In the middle of Canada. Not the center, but the middle.
In the middle of
250
Canada.
miles.
Okay.
250 miles north of Fargo, North Dakota.
Hmm.
I-29, straight up I-29. You cross the border.
I'd never heard of that.
So are you in Central Time?
Yep. Winnipeg. Winnipeg is 20 minutes south of me.
Am I the only one in the Eastern Standard?
In here, I think you
I
are,
think I am.
because John is Mountain Time, Herb, me,
No, in here.
Joe, and here, just in the on the panel, Herb, Joe, and uh, myself and Jessica, who's not here, we're all on Central Time. John's on Mountain Time, and Greg's on Central Time.
And I'm out here all alone. You know why, right? Because I'm special.
Of course,
Of course.
of course.
I got to be.
I'm not
Now,
touching that one.
and I'm not sure why this gave a weather for Grand Prairie conditions. Grand Prairie is not very far from me, but I didn't put nothing up for
Because
that.
John typed in weather.
Oh,
Grande Prairie is a long way away from you.
well, we have a Grand
There's an E
Prairie.
on that. Yeah, yeah. You have a Grand Prairie, but not a Grande Prairie.
That's true.
Oh, he unmuted for that one.
Okay, Ariana.
Larry, I make ribs with sauerkraut as well, and they're delicious. I don't like sauerkraut. I always scrape all the sauerkraut off.
Oh, I
Because,
love a sauerkraut.
Look, can't stand sauerkraut.
I'm the only one in my family that doesn't like sauerkraut, and my husband loves it, so we have it a lot. I just don't eat it.
Ugh. My husband loves it. And I
But
can't stand it.
last night he told me he wanted something he'd never had, so I made him spätzle with crispy bacon and cabbage. It was actually really good.
I've had
I
that.
was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this or not, but it turned
I
out
had
really good.
I've had it, but I'm not a fan of it.
Uh, he said he wanted it again, and I was like, I can do that. It's not that hard to make. I'm just not a fan of pasta with cabbage, so that's why I was like, But I did that and made pork chops and homemade applesauce, and he said it was really good. I was
Yeah,
like, well, if you like it, I will cook it.
I can't stand sauerkraut, so I taste it. And I'm like, this is disgusting.
Well, the cabbage is. I'm not a fan of boiled. I don't like boiled cabbage at all. I will not eat anywhere near my face. But I will fry cabbage in butter till it's crispy, and it's got it's caramelized. Well, I mean, most people will call it charred. I'll call it caramelized because it makes the cabbage sweeter. And I did that, and then cooked the bacon and everything separate, and then toasted the spätzle in the bacon grease until it was crispy, and then mixed everything together and put Romano cheese over top of it. It's good.
Have you ever tried the purple cabbage?
I remember I made that early in our marriage, and I did not like it. I mean, it's just all it is German egg noodles. It's just the texture's different.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
So you wouldn't like peterskier
Nope.
or sauerkraut pierogies?
I love pierogies, but I won't put sauerkraut on it.
No, in it.
Oh, gross. No.
Yeah.
Gross. Sorry. I love cheese pierogies.
Now, my husband likes bratwurst with cabbage over or sauerkraut on them.
See, I love bratwurst, but no sauerkraut.
I love mashed potatoes. I
Me
do
too.
not like pierogies.
I love pierogies.
They're just not for me.
You can. I've made them
I
so
got
easy.
them thinking, ooh, mashed potatoes. Oh, well, I'm gonna like this. And nope. I
How
looked
did
at
you cook
Bill, and
them?
he said, not a big fan. And I said, not me either. And he said, well, let's not do this again.
How did you cook them?
Whatever the package directions were,
Well, now you got to do different things.
I
We
don't even
Yeah.
remember. I got them, and they were like pre-made, and
we bake them. Like
Fried
some of
with bacon and onions,
yes,
deep fried,
yes. In the oven, you
boiled.
can bake them, boil them. You boil them, but not for very long.
No,
You don't. Yeah, don't have
till
to
they
boil
float.
them. Yes, and that's it. You pull them off.
I might like them deep fried. I didn't. I thought they were very gummy and chewy.
Yeah, you want them to
I
be
didn't like
more
it. I didn't
crisp.
like the texture. The flavor was good, but I didn't like the texture.
See, I my
Connie,
my
it says no location provided for you.
I know because I did it wrong. Am I supposed to put my zip code in there?
Oh, that's right. You didn't put your zippy in there. Got to have the zippy.
Of course.
Yeah,
I
gotta
thought
have
it
your
was just
zippy.
figured out.
What you doing, me, meow meow?
How about that? Let's see if it figures it out now. No,
Let's
it's
see.
not going to. What am I doing wrong? Oh wait, there it goes.
Is that Larned or Larned?
Larned.
So if you don't like cabbage, you wouldn't want like halachri.
No, I love cabbage. I don't like sauerkraut.
Well, there's no sauerkraut in halachri.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never had it, so I might like it.
I don't think I've ever had that either.
The whole thing is I don't like pickled.
But
No,
yeah, I
it's not
jumped on
Um,
pickled.
there the other day. Was just looking for recipes of things I've never made. All right, that's it. Go lay down.
Also referred to as cabbage rolls.
You big
I've
goof.
ha-
I'm gonna
I
get
You
you
no
got
some.
hamburger and
yes
rice
Oh no,
usually
I love cabbage
in a
rolls.
I
cabbage roll, and you bake it in a roaster with
yes
tomato sauce.
Tomato.
yes I do like that. I just don't like
Yep.
pickled cabbage, which is sauerkraut. I can't stand. Yep.
Well, it's
What?
with growing. I like to me that tasted like boiled cabbage, the cabbage rolls. So I would always open the cabbage and take all the cabbage off of it and eat the innards and the sauce I liked. I just didn't want to eat the cabbage. It was just it
Yeah.
tasted like butt to me, boiled cabbage. It's just I don't like it. But like I said,
Right.
fried when I found out I could fry it and grill it. Have you ever grilled cabbage? Like cut it in a steak, leave the stem in so it'll stay together, and you season that with some put some olive oil and then season it and put it on the grill. It's really good.
Yeah.
I ate those a lot when I was changed my diet to being a vegetarian for about 10 years.
Hmm.
Not for any dietary reason other than the fact that I was sick of eating meat. I got tired of eating meat, and I was like, no, I'm just not going to eat meat anymore for a while. And then when I got pregnant with Andrew, they told me I had to start eating beef because I needed the protein. What?
My sister,
You
she
have a bedroom?
my sister has lupus, and she was watching what she was eating, and she wasn't eating a lot of red meat. She started getting really sick, and her doctor told her to start eating a lot of red meat, and now she's not feeling bad or anything. She feels really good.
Do you know how to tell if someone's a vegan?
Bill
They
had
don't
a
Don't
look.
great
worry.
aunt that had
They don't look.
lupus.
They don't look healthy.
Don't worry. They'll tell you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What did you say, Annie, about lupus?
Um, Bill had a great aunt who had lupus. I had never heard of it until I met her, and she taught me a lot about it because I was like, I just never heard of it before. And when I first said it, she goes, "Oh, you think I'm lying?" I was like, "No, I just never heard about it. Tell me about it." I just don't know.
John's hiding.
And we sit down, and she was from California, born and raised in California, and
That's where my sister lives.
lived out there until they moved back here right after me and Bill got married. And
Yes, she.
she said that the doctor told her she needed to go somewhere where it wasn't quite so sunny.
Yeah. So, Lori, she's my stepsister, and she was born and raised, and still lives in Fresno, California, and she wears cover-ups on her skin when she goes outside. She wears a hat and long sleeve cover ups, and she never wears shorts.
Yep.
And so, and she doesn't spend a lot of time outside anyway because she's got really white skin. And so she deals this. The one time she said she felt the best is when she's pregnant, but she's way too old to be pregnant anymore. So, but that's when her lupus didn't bother her at all when she was pregnant.
Well, I know when Lura moved here, and that was her name, Lura, and it was pronounced Lura.
Uh huh.
I thought that was weird. I'd never heard that name before either. And when they moved here because of the because of the
How
tint on their
rude.
cars, they had to get a special license plate so that it was legal.
Uh huh.
Welcome back, Joe. Where you been?
Welcome back,
I've
Joe.
been here.
So my aunt, her first
Oh, I
name was
see how y'all are ignoring us.
my cousin, my mom's sister. Her name was Laura. Looked like spelt like Laura, but it pronounced Lara.
Yeah. Well, that's how my Bill's sister pronounces her name is Laura,
Yeah.
but it's spelled Laura. And my mom's name, I looked it up when probably in early 2000s. I don't know about now, but her name was only used like I think 30 times across the world,
Uh huh.
and her name was Lenola.
I've heard of that
And
before.
my dad kept pushing for somebody to name their kid that, one of their daughters that. And I've known Lenora's, Lola's. I mean, because when I was in first grade and the teacher asked me, said, "What's your mom's name?" And I looked at her, and it's like, "Mom." And she just looked at me and she goes, "No, what's your dad call her?" And I was like, "You don't want me to say that in class."
Okay. Okay. So listen to this.
Linoleum.
My mother's first name was Myrtle, and she had an older sister named Dorothy, an older sister named Thelma. Then she was Myrtle, and she had a sister named Laura and Elizabeth and Emma. And my grandmother's name was Winnie. Her twin sister was Minnie, and my other aunt Elizabeth is actually Aunt Minnie. It's Minnie Elizabeth. And so her sisters were, or my grandmother was Winnie, her twin sister was Minnie, her sister was Myrtle, and her other sister was Thelma, and then they had a brother, Jesse. My mother hated the name Myrtle because her name originally was
My
Myrtle Anna
grandma's name
Faye.
was Penny.
Yeah, my grandma's Winnie. So her twin sister was Minnie. But my mother's name was Myrtle Anna Fay, and
No, my
when she started school, she got them to drop the Fay, and no one would call her Fay, so it was just Myrtle Anna. She went by Anna as soon as she left home. She was never called Myrtle again because she hated it.
yeah, my dad's mom's name was Minnie Annie,
You did it by
and then I
yourself.
have a cousin who
You
was
did
Anne
it all by
Marie.
yourself.
That was what my name was or is, but I don't go by it. I've never gone by my full name. The only one that ever called me by my full name was my dad, and the only time I heard it was when I was in trouble. So,
Oh, so
somebody
get this.
comes and uses my full first name, then I'm like turned around like, what did I do?
Exactly. So I got really mad at my mom when I was a teenager because my oldest sister, her name was Victoria. We called her Vicky. My brother's real name, our full name, was Samuel. We called him Sam or Sammy. My other brother was James. We called him Jimmy or Jim. My sister was Patricia. We called her Patty or Tricia. My other brother was Robert, and we called him Robbie. Would you like to know what my real name is? Guess what my real name is? Just try.
Constance,
Nope.
Conrad.
Nope.
Cassandra.
Corinne,
Nope. Nope. Do you want to know? It's Connie. That's it. Connie.
Cornelia,
On my Nope, it was just Connie on my birth
just
certificate.
Connie.
Just Connie. So I wanted to be called something different because I like how
Well,
everyone
she
else
figured
gets
everybody
it.
was going to shorten it anyway. She might as well do it for you.
I wanted to have it shorter. So Conrad, but I'm not going to call it.
I can barely hear you. Something happened.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, so they started calling me Rad. So Rad was my nickname for years. Is that
That's
better?
because you are rad.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, much better.
Okay, yeah. So my nickname is Rad. Well, my first nickname was Dee Dee, and that's just when I was a baby because my brother, when he was born, my dad wanted to call him Connie. Well, he came out as a boy, so he named him James. So when he always told Jimmy that he was too pretty to be a boy, he should be Connie. And so when I came along and they gave me that name, he refused to say my name and started calling me Dee Dee. So he kept. I mean, that's horrible to tell your son you're too pretty to be a boy. My
Yeah.
my dad was an idiot anyway, so he wasn't a very nice person.
I was in Art Before Breakfast this morning and was telling him that I was 7 years old before I knew what my name actually was because my mom always called me Marty.
Yeah,
It wasn't nowhere near close to my name.
right. Well, see, my aunt Thelma, she never went by Thelma. Her name was Thelma Thomas, and so she went by Tommy from the time she was a baby on, and she went by it her whole life. And everyone's like, Tommy? That's a boy's name. Her dad wanted.
Anymore.
See, what happened was is their first three boys, or their first boy, they gave him the name of Earl, and he wanted a child named after himself. And the next two boys died, and then they had Thelma, so he named Thelma Thomas because they ended up not having any more boys. So it's
I
like,
don't go by my real name either.
Boys are
yeah,
nothing but trouble.
I don't know about that. I think girls are more.
I don't know. I was so happy I had sons rather than daughters. I just think I think boys are easier.
They are, because I had 3 girls and 1 boy, and girls are they're hard.
All I could imagine was having a girl like I was as a teenager, and I was just like, God, no.
Oh, I ended up with one like me. So
Oh, yeah. Well, my son
technically,
ended up with one like me, so we'll see how he goes.
mhm.
All right, everybody. I'm going to call the show. I got a long drive ahead of me tomorrow. I got to get some rest. Thanks, everybody, for joining us on the panel and in the chat. And take care, have fun. We'll see y'all later.
All
Good
right, y'all be
night.
good.
Bye,
Night
Night,
all.
everybody.
everyone.
Take
Bye.
care. Bye.